With my own two eyes, see I'm just flesh and bone, but more importantly, I'm a soul. And that soul is accountable to one being. I mean, I've had an unbelievably blessed life. Been doing this now, it'll be 12 years on June 5th.
Such a young man to do it.
So young.
Yeah, so praise God. I mean, I've been all across the world. I've met with world leaders. I've flown in Air Force One, got to know a president. I have an amazing family, the podcast, Turning Point USA, all that stuff. And so you experience that and you're like, what actually matters? What matters is your relationship with the divine, your relationship with your family, your kids, and maybe a close collection of friends, and your relationship with the truth.
Episode. This is the Sports Cave. A little bit of a down intro here. Your co-host Rob, my co-host Zach Roden. Zach, in case the people listening on the podcast aren't familiar, that is the voice of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, just incredibly sad news coming out of yesterday. Just, I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard about it. Shot dead at one of the schools that he was visiting in front of 3,000 people, including his wife and 2 young daughters. I mean, it's fucked up that this shit keeps happening. It's fucked up that somebody could have opposing views to somebody and get so radicalized that you want to kill them because they don't agree or you don't agree with everything they say. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And a little bit, I guess, a part of the same point. I understand when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he promised this is going to be a free speech app. I really don't think that people need to load up their Twitter to see a guy getting shot and killed. Like, the video is posted fucking everywhere. This guy has a family that's probably has to see that shit too. It's unbelievable. It is unfucking believable. 31 years old.
This is hard for me, being that, this happened in my country.
I thought it happened in Utah. Oh, yeah, country. Sorry. Yep, keep going.
Country, not state.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the words because I'm still in disbelief, and I still want to believe that that video was some fake AI video that didn't happen, but it did.
Yep.
The thing that Charlie wanted to do,
Hold on.
and I don't care.
Your mic's making like a staticky noise, it sounds like. Or is that mine?
Might be yours. Let's find out. Yeah, it's yours.
It's mine?
Yeah, maybe this is why Ryan's been trying to buy you a new mic.
Okay, I'm going to unplug and plug back in real quick. You keep going.
It's hard to find the words to use here with the unfortunate tragedy of Charlie Kirk, who was just doing one of his same old debates at a college university, and they're in the middle of a conversation and debate with somebody, and then next thing you know, he just gets shot, he gets killed. The video is graphic, and I get where Zach's coming from at the same time too. I feel like Charlie would, I don't want to say he would want to use that video, but I think what it shows is like how crazy the radical left is. And it's not to say that there's not a bunch of crazy radical rights. The problem with these people is they take these politics way too goddamn serious. I hated the election of Joe Biden winning, and I've been on record to say that I think it was fraudulent and it was rigged, and not because Trump said it, but there were like my proof of evidence is you have your blue states that win just like that every time, which is New York, Connecticut, California, that win just like that in every election. Every red state that normally wins, primarily Texas, because Florida's a switch.
Yeah.
It took hours. But to get away from all that, Joe Biden revealed that he had cancer. I didn't celebrate. There's been some Democratic senators and former, elected officials that have been passing away, and I'm not celebrating that. And Charlie Kirk wasn't even a politician. He was a media journalist who was debating with people that disagreed with what he had to say in a professional manner. Now, they have these clips out there of him being racist and this, that. No, He's not. They take clips A and B and formulate them together, and people believe what they see on social media. At the other time, too, Zach, and I know we normally stay away from politics and sports, but I feel like this needs to be talked about because everybody's basically talking about it. I heard Stephen A. talking about it, who was a Democrat. I've heard, I was watching some of NBC and CNN and these liberal media outlets, and they all feel the same way. It's like there's no reason for someone to express their opinions, and because you don't believe in what they say, that you just go and blow their freaking head off. There's no reason for that whatsoever. And honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna like go into campus and say this is the campus's fault. It's not. How do you prepare for this? The way the guy set up, he's a professional shooter, 200 yards away on the roof of a building. Like who could pinpoint?
He was a 22-year-old college kid. He got arrested today. A 22-year-old kid from college.
I think his name is Tyler Roberts.
Robinson.
Okay, thank you. I've seen some Charlie Kirk videos. The first Charlie Kirk video I've ever seen, and I loved it, and I instantly became a favorite of this guy, was some liberal weirdo hiding under a mask talking about how they hate the United States of America. And he was like, people that normally say they hate the United States of America don't have an actual reason to leave the United States of America, which is the absolute goddamn truth.
Yep.
Which
if you hate it so much, then get the fuck out of there.
And I'm sure you would feel the same way about your country. If you hate Canada so much, get the hell out of there. I'm proud to be American. I love my country. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to have family up in Canada. I'm proud to be Canadian blooded. I am proud of my father-in-law's side with Puerto Rico. Proud to be associated with many Puerto Rico. What?
Bob Clark is not Puerto Rican.
Father-in-law.
Oh.
In-law. No, dad's white as hell.
I was like, I didn't know he was Bobby Clark.
I didn't take my humble thing to like completely mishear that I said father-in-law. Charlie will have an everlasting legacy. He will at the young age. He made kids feel empowered to embrace debate, and he embraced the debate in a professional manner. He gave these people that have completely different side of views the platform to go ahead and debate them about anything outside of sports. It could have been LeBron versus MJ. I've seen that video. It could be the Bears versus the Vikings. I've seen that video. It could be anything. He embraced debate because he wanted people to have their voices heard and to accept challenges, which a lot of times in schooling we don't accept. I can recall being at school and, we had the Obama Mitt Romney election going on, and essentially our teacher was basically siding us to side with Obama. And once I graduated high school and I started doing my own research, I started to lean a little bit away from the Democratic side before it all went haywire. The bottom line is Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Tea Party, whatever party you're associated with, there's one thing that we all need to remember. You are an American, and we need to unite instead of get into a potential civil war, because it's getting closer than ever. They tried to assassinate Trump. They successfully assassinated Charlie Kirk, and it's got to end. It's got to end, and especially where politics is. And assassinations have been going on long before my time. I get that. It needs to stop.
100%.
And everything that Charlie Kirk was talking about with the radical left was proven that day he was shot.
Well, I don't know. I was reading about the guy that shot him, and apparently he was like a huge Trump guy. So it makes no sense to me.
College, universities, and professors can stride you the wrong way. It happened to me in high school. And the other thing too, before like everyone thinks I'm a high school teacher was a psychopath. He didn't like only point out the good in like on the Democratic side. He would say, this is what the Democrats think, and he'd go to full-on elaboration. You could tell that he was a Democrat. And then he would say, Republican side, this is what they believe, with no description. So with that being said, I mean, I leaned left more than I did right. Yeah. This is one of the very few times that we talk politics in the show, because politics definitely does divide people. I remember being called a racist because I voted for Donald Trump, which isn't the case. Politics do not reflect who you are as a human, and please remember that.
Yeah, we need to go back to the time. I was always told when I was a kid, there are two questions you never ask an adult. and that is how much money do they make in a year and who they vote for. Now it's like it's you want to fucking post on your Instagram story, you want to fucking put it on Twitter. It's like, keep that shit to yourself. No one needs to know who the fuck you're voting for. But I guess to end it off, I mean, bit of a sad start, obviously, but we had to discuss it a little bit. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. Something has to change, and I mean, I just hope that the wife and the daughters are doing all right, because that's, I mean, seeing that in person that would fuck me up.
Scarred me for life. Prayers to Erica and the 2 children, as well as Charlie Kirk's family. Not congratulations. Thank you, Donald Trump, for awarding him the Presidential Medal of Honor. He deserves it. Thank you, J.D. Vance, for showing as much respect as to carrying Charlie Kirk onto Air Force 2.
Also, I found out today there's an Air Force 2.
I found that out, too. I thought everything was
did
just...
not know that.
And shout out to the New York Yankees for, I think, being the only team the day of to recognize the tragic loss of Charlie Kirk. And I will give Toronto a pass, Edmonton, Vancouver. I'm going to give Canada a pass because I don't know if that's something that they want to get involved in. Completely understandable. Yeah. But the rest of the country and the sports teams that didn't have any sort of remembrance the day of should be honestly ashamed of themselves. And outside those teams, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, because the NHL, I know maybe it's a little bit hockey based, but there's more American than hockey teams in the NFL, not making something the day of. Shame on them. The last thing, Zachary, before we move on from this finally, I've seen a lot of shares of NFL superstars donating, I'm air quoting for those listening to the podcast, donating money to Charlie Kirk's family with a fake quote. The people that are doing this, and I put this on Facebook, need to stop, because I've seen Jalen Hurts, I've seen Malik Neighbors, and Josh Allen. Do not put them in that situation. Do not do that. There's no reason to do that, because now if the media sees that, I mean, these guys have been bamboozled on seeing misquotes or misinformation on social media and have used it on shows. I've seen a First Take a few times. Do not do this, because then the question gets asked at the podium. Now it's like, what are you supposed to do as the athlete? You have to come on honestly say, no, I didn't do it. Yeah. And now you expect them to do it because they make millions of dollars. Don't do that to them. Do not do that. There's no reason to put fake information out on these athletes that they're donating money. As well, if they try to do with celebrities. If you want to make the fake thing, why don't you donate $300,000? Because that's what I saw. Jalen Hurts down in 200 to the family and 100 to the. Don't do that. Don't make fake news like that. That's ridiculous. And that's part of the problem that we have in this country is this fake crap news.
Anything to get a few clicks for some of these fuckers.
I saw that on Facebook, and I immediately went to Twitter and I typed in Jalen Hurts, Charlie Kirk. The one thing came up, everything else, nothing resembling close. So everybody's just putting fake crap out there, and it's fucked up.
And also, one last thing, too, before we get into some football. All the people that were putting up videos of them smiling and laughing that Charlie Kirk got shot. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? That's another human being. Like, I just don't understand. There's so many fucking just terrible, terrible humans on this earth.
I cried at one video, Zach. I had tears. I cried. When Charlie Kirk was on set for some show. Yeah. And his daughter runs up to him going, "Daddy." That hurts, bro.
Yeah, it's I mean, there's really no words to even describe it. It's fucking horrible. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. But
if this happened to someone that was promoting the Democratic side, I feel the same emotions. We don't deserve this over politics, man.
100%.
So we'll end off with this. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Thank you for your impact. Thank you for trying to give those kids a platform to speak on and embracing political debate. And your legacy will live on, my friend. You rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Mr. Charlie Kirk.
Okay, we're going to try to get a little up-tempo and up-going here. We both agreed that we had to kind of talk about this because we are somewhat of a debate show. You know, Zach and I agree on a lot of things, but when we debate, we do debate. This is sports. This is something that's supposed to collectively bring us together.
Sports.
And I think it's time for us to get into one of our favorite sports.
You guys know what that sound means. It is time to talk cricket, baby. And I'm fucking with you. We are talking NFL football, week 2. We got our picks in for the full slate on Sunday. But why don't we start just doing a little bit of a recap of that Thursday night football game, Robbie? I'm ready to buy some stock in the Packers winning the Super Bowl this year.
Go, Pack, go!
I did one time instead of 3.
I think one time's perfect, you know?
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I like to emphasize for Meatloaf, but Meatloaf's not in the comments. We got down to Zachary, I mean, Jordan Love you knew what you're going to get with Micah Parsons, how much he was going to tremendously help that defense. You were seeing if we could see some steps up from the offensive side, which evidently we've seen with the Packers, although Reed with the bad shoulder injury, he might be down for the year. That's to be seen. It all depended on Jordan Love. And through the first 2 weeks, there were no easy matchups. Detroit Lions and Washington Commanders. And yeah, you got the home field Lambeau Field, home field advantage of Lambeau Field, but if they went 1-1, Packers fans would be happy. They went 2-0 through 2 weeks, and they are riding on an all-time high after destroying Washington.
I was just gonna say they're 2-0 and 2 very decisive wins.
Right.
Like if you look at the scores, both those games, I know for sure last night, I think the Lions did as well. They both got late fourth quarter touchdowns in garbage time.
Yeah.
That score, take fucking 7 points off both the Commanders and Lions score, and that's what it should have been. Tough start for the Commanders. They definitely do not look near as good as they did last year. And also, I think that their schedule was so easy last year that it kind of threw it into the Sir Cuck. Well, be careful.
That's Alex. Yeah, don't. I told him what you did.
So easy last year that it was like basically they had like just a lovely little path to get the playoffs and then the NFC Championship game. It's going to be a rough year for him this year, I think. And I mean, just to add more insult to injury, it looks like Austin Eckler will be done. I mean, probably for his career, I would have to assume.
Yeah, I think career. I think
Achilles at that age.
Yeah. And not to mention too, dude. I mean, they addressed some spots needed. They brought Deebo Samuel. They brought in Laramie Tunsil for left tackle. And I don't think their team is bad. I just think that the Terry McLaurin drama might have carried in early on into the season. I think they're going to be okay. They're 1-1 still. Terry and Jane Daniels eventually are going to click. They used Deebo correctly week 1 against the Giants, although they didn't look too great. They still put up a good amount of points. I think maybe Jane Daniels won't be as electric as he was last year, but they're going to be fine. I mean, we know Washington's going to be a playoff team unless there's a big injury to the quarterback. I think Green Bay is just so much better that when they lose their first week, it's not going to be like to a good team, and they might lose to like Chicago or Minnesota interdivision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside of that, I think that
fucking good.
They had the coaching advantage of Matt LaFleur. He's a great coach. A lot of people were wondering if Aaron Rodgers made Matt LaFleur, and that's to be shown. No, Matt LaFleur is the real deal, and Green Bay will be smart to keep him for a very long time. Super Bowl contenders, too early to say. We're in week 2. I still think the Lions are a good team. I think eventually once the offensive defense starts clicking with their 2 new coordinators, they could be a threat. The Niners, I mean, yeah, they got the injury woes. We'll go over. They're a threat. So I'm not going to say this. Oh, Philadelphia, the reigning champs, they're a threat. So I'm not going to go out there and say the Packers are Super Bowl favorites. I'm going to wait a little bit and we'll see.
I didn't say favorites. I said they're contenders. Like I could see them. I could 100% see the Packers making the Super Bowl this year. Could also see the Eagles. I mean, I feel that the Rams are a sneaky team as well if Stafford stays healthy.
If I go to the odds right now, I wonder if I could see what the Super Bowl favorites are early on.
If I had to take a guess, I would probably say Eagles 1, either Chiefs, Bills, Ravens 2, 3, 4.
Awards, regular season MVP. Who do you think is a regular season MVP early on?
I mean, through the first, I guess it's only been 1 week. I mean, you'd probably have
Yep.
to say Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think he'd be the betting favorite.
Yeah, I'm talking about the betting favorite. Aaron Rodgers is a plus
Oh,
5.
the betting favorite 100% has to be Joe Burrow.
You would be 100% wrong. Joe Burrow's at plus 1100.
Lamar.
Lamar's a plus 370. He's second.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen is number 1. Josh Allen is number 1. The first non-quarterback player, they're a tie at plus 8,000 would be Derrick Henry and Saquon.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
God, why don't they have the Super Bowl thing? They don't have Super Bowl on here.
Go to there's not in futures?
I'm trying to find the futures. I don't see it.
Let me pull it up.
Playoffs, wins, team specials, teams props, nothing. I got nothing.
Let me see if I can find her real quick. Oh, I have 70 cents.
I got it. Okay. So the Super Bowl favorite right now, shockingly, because I don't know if I put them number 1, is Buffalo, followed by the Packers. The Packers are number 2.
Wow.
And there's a 2
Well,
last place. Do you know who they are?
for third,
No, for last place.
for the Super Bowl odds, I'm going to have to say it's probably I'm going to say the Browns and the Saints.
You'd be correct.
No.
Well, that makes sense.
The Patriots have a better chance of the Cowboys, plus 8 to the Cowboys, plus 10. Obviously, 1,000.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's after
They have-
1 week of watching, that should definitely not be true.
They have the Chiefs at a plus 1,200. Might dabble with that.
They always seem to find their way in there.
They do.
But what do you say, Rob? What do you say we dive into some week 2 pickaroos?
You do that, I'll load up the prop or the bets here, the game lines.
Yeah, using what, FanDuel?
We're using DraftKings.
DraftKings, the old DK.
Better, but I've been winning on DraftKings, so we're sticking with DraftKings.
Hey, nothing wrong with DraftKings. I don't know if we have DraftKings in Canada.
Well, I'm leaving this up to you, sir, because I did it last week. You let me take care of week 1. I'll let you handle week 2.
Wait, you don't pulling up DraftKings? I could use.
No,
my,
I have
I'm-
DraftKings. I'm talking about the schedule. I'm talking about the schedule. I got the DraftKings. I was going to let you go through the schedule. I was going to let you do your shtick.
Let's start off. 10 p.m. Sunday. The Cleveland Browns head to Baltimore to face the Ravens in Baltimore town. Ravens coming in at 11.5. That is a fat ass spread. I am gonna have to say that I'm gonna take the Ravens to win, but I'm staying away from that spread.
I'm using my 1-point play in the Browns plus 11.5.
I thought about it too.
I'm using the 1-point play because I think a lot of people are going to go with the Ravens in Survivor. I'm not, because it scares me. Interdivision matchup, and yeah, I know the Ravens are out for blood after a very embarrassing loss against the Bills on Sunday night, and I know they're out for blood, but Cleveland's defense really impressed me against Cincinnati. And yeah, I know Cincinnati always struggles week 1, but I'm going to give the respect to the Browns. 11.5 in week 2 is kind of crazy. So I'm going to go with 1-point play, Browns 11.5, but I'm going to go with the Ravens winning overall.
All right, so 1-point play is in play for Mr. Robert. Next game on the list, LA Rams sitting at a 5.5-point favorite, heading to Tennessee to play the Titans, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams, but I'm going to stay away from the spread. 5.5 on the road's a little scary. And Cam Ward actually looked pretty good. There were a lot of drop passes by
Like,
receivers.
if you look at his stats, the stats of that game they're not a true tell of what the actual game was like.
Yeah.
Like you said,
No.
he was putting some dimes to his receivers, and they were fucking butterfingering the hell out of it.
I agree.
I too am going to take the Rams. I am going to stay away from the spread as well because the Titans got a good defense. Their defense isn't terrible.
Mhm.
It could be a little sneaky. Could be a little sneaky game for them.
I agree. I
All
agree.
right, Robbie, moving down the list. Seattle Seahawks heading to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Steelers favorite at -2.5. And I will be using my 1-point pick on the Steelers.
Well, I guess you have to do -3 then. We go off of DraftKings here, sir. I go through the betting odds here, sir. You just go through the score app. I go through the betting odds.
Okay, well then I'll take them -3, I guess.
Oh, you're gonna give me the extra half point? Don't mind if I do. Make it your 2-point play. You won't.
No, I will not do that.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers as well. I mean, the Seahawks struggled against no George Kittle, who had to leave the game early, and an injured Brock Purdy, which we'll get into. Then I'm gonna go with the Steelers. And honestly, I think I'll use my 2-point play in the Steelers -3. I'm very confident in them.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah, they look pretty good week one.
I mean, Jalen Ramsey.
I'm hearing my voice.
It's you, dude. It's your mic, brother. Time to get a new one.
Hello.
Oh,
Okay, that's better. Oh,
that's better.
what the fuck? Why is
What the
this doing
fuck?
this?
Why is this doing this?
All right, give me a sec, Rob.
All right, give me a sec, bro. I gotta unplug this piece of fucking garbage.
Well, folks, will Zachary have a new microphone? By our episode on Monday. Tune in to find out.
Did that fix it?
That fix it.
I doubt it.
What the fuck? This is gonna drive me crazy.
Well, good thing it's a shorter episode.
All right, I'm gonna say the next.
I'm gonna say the next game. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Buffalo
Buffalo
Bills
Bills.
6. Or what's the spread for this one? I got 6.5 on score.
6.5.
Buffalo Bills 6.5-point favorites heading to New York MetLife Stadium to face the Jets. Division. I mean, the Bills very well should crush this Jets team. They look pretty good week one, though, but I got to stay away from that spread, Robbie.
Me too.
But I'm
It's
taking
dangerous.
the Bills to win.
I'm taking the Bills to win. I'm staying away from that spread too. It's dangerous. Zachary, I can handle the next game if you want while you go do your microphone shit.
It's not doing it anymore, so I feel like I'm just going to have to ride this out here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Next game on the list, Robbie, the Chicago Bears heading to Detroit to face the Lions. Lions are sitting at a...
The Lions are -6.5 at home, and I'm going to use my 3-point play on that. I know it's a big spread, but they were embarrassed. I'm going -6.5 Detroit Lions.
Well, Robbie, it looks like we have the same 3-point play because I also will be taking the Lions in that one as well.
I think that Caleb Williams kind of stinks, dude. Caleb Williams is he won't be the biggest bust at number 1 overall, but he's going to be a bust.
He's so far not so good for Mr. Williams.
No.
All right, next game on the list. A lot of 1 p.m. games this week. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Giants are heading to Dallas to play the Cowboys in another divisional matchup. On the score app, Cowboys are sitting at -5.5-point favorites.
Mhm.
And I will be using my 2-point play on the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to take care of the Giants. The Giants will be without Andrew Thomas again, and when Russell Wilson doesn't have time in the pocket, he can't evade like he once could. Although the Cowboys don't have a good pass rush and their secondary is okay, although they're going to be out with the guy they just signed to a contract extension after they traded Micah Parsons, Deron Bland, for the next couple weeks. That's going to be a big loss in their secondary. CeeDee Lamb is going to explode out of this game. He had those 3 drops that are probably going crazy on his mind, and I think the Cowboys are going to come out and take care of the Giants, no problem, as they always do. I'm going to go with the Cowboys winning.
I think it's going to be a beatdown in Jerry World.
How about this, Cowboys?
I mean, there's still 3 1 p.m. games left. This is crazy. Next one on the list, Robbie, we got the San Francisco 49ers sitting at a -3.5-point favorite heading to New Orleans to play the Saints. I mean, you made a few mentions, Robbie. There's going to be no Brock Purdy, no George Kittle.
I have
Purdy
this
is out for, I think, 2 to 5 weeks, they said.
Yeah, 2 to 5 weeks. I have them as -3 on DraftKings, so without the half point. Kill's going to be out for a few weeks with his hamstring injury, so they're without their starting quarterback and arguably their best receiver in George Kittle. But they have Mac Jones, and say what you want about Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones has shown the ability to play at a high level, and Kyle Shanahan is an offensive wizard. So if Mac Jones could do the bare minimum needed, I mean, maybe the Niners can actually still win at an impressive rate. I mean, I want to look at their schedule. So what they say, 2 to 6 weeks?
2 to 5 weeks, I think they said.
5 weeks. So let's go worst case scenario. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. At the Saints should be a win. Home against the Cardinals could be a win. Home against the Jaguars could be a win. At the Rams is basically to be home field advantage because they travel well. They could win that as well with Matthew Stafford's back injury, whatever is going on with that. And then at Tampa Bay would be the week that he would return. That would probably, and they might lose that week just getting Brock Purdy back. But I mean, the one thing with the Niners is they are always plagued with injuries, bro. Always. Every year on both sides of the ball. I don't know what it is. They got to wrap them in bubble wrap. Do something. But I think that they will win this game. Oh, you know what we also failed to mention is pertain to the Steelers. I don't know why it hit me, maybe because of Mac Jones. The Steelers went out and signed Jabril Peppers to add on to their secondary, another veteran presence, and I think that's a good signing for the Steelers. I miss him already.
He's played for both of our teams. I don't remember him too much on the Browns, but you were a big fan of him on the Pats. And
Correct.
Speaking of the Patriots, I'm going to take the Niners as well. Oh, and also Niners not the draft that just happened, but the draft before that one. So I guess over a year ago. In the third round, took Jake Moody, the kicker. And he's now been released, Robbie. The guy was horrible.
Yeah, they got to stop taking kickers so early, bro.
Yeah. But speaking of the Patriots, next game on the list, Robbie, your New England Patriots heading to the MIA Miami to play the Dolphins. Dolphins are sitting at at least on the score app, a -1.5 point favorite. I mean, I was very close to using one of my point plays on the Patriots in this game, Robbie. I think the Patriots are going to take care of business. The Dolphins look terrible. I mean, obviously, I guess you could expect a bit of a rebound game because they look so fucking bad, but I truly believe that this team just sucks. And I'm going to ride with the Patriots.
I know the Dolphins look really bad week 1. This will literally determine what their season's going to look like because if this is Tyreek Hill's chance to really go off. There's going to be no Christian Gonzalez, and before all the drama with Tyreek Hill down in Miami, Gonzalez locked him up and he got absolutely nothing. But now with no Christian Gonzalez, this needs to be the game that Tyreek Hill shows that he's still got it. And if he can't, then the Dolphins are going to have to get rid of him. They're going to have to move on. They're going to have to cut dead weight. But I'm going to go out and say that the Dolphins are going to win reluctantly. I mean, I took them in our preseason picks when we went through every division. No Christian Gonzalez really showed what they're missing in the secondary.
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers went off. So if Jacoby Myers is going to go off like that, there's no reason that Waddle or Tyreek Hill can't go off in the secondary. Christian Gonzalez is so valuable, and getting rid of Jabril Peppers was a mistake. I'm going to go with the Dolphins winning this one, unfortunately. I'm an honest host.
I think the Dolphins should fucking trade Tyreek regardless. Like, they're not winning a Super Bowl this year. You might as well try to get the most you can for them.
I think the most they'll get is their second or I don't even think they get second. They might get a third, fourth, or fifth. I mean, Deebo Samuel went for a 5th round pick, dude. And I know that Deebo isn't at the same level as Tyreek Hill, but they're not getting a 1st or 2nd round pick for this guy. And especially with the drama, with the domestic violence and the 15 wives and 13 kids.
I was going to say, one of the greatest stats I've ever heard in my life. He had more newborn babies last year than touchdowns.
It's crazy.
5 kids, 4 TDs. That's Hall of Fame numbers right there, Robert. But
it's disturbing. It really is.
the last of the 1 p.m. Whoever is doing the scheduling for the NFL needs to wake the fuck up.
Mm.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games at 1, and then 3 at 4.
Well, I think that's how it was last week, honestly, Zach.
I think it should be 7 and 5 every time. But
Well, what you think?
next game here, Robbie, Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Cincinnati, Ohio to play the Bengals. On the score app, Bengals are sitting at a -3.5 point favorite. You getting the same for DraftKings?
3.5 for who? I'm sorry.
The Bengals. Actually, we made all of our picks, haven't we?
Yeah, 3.5. But I think
Okay.
still hear the spread.
Yeah, well, that's what, but it doesn't like the DraftKings one doesn't really matter anymore if we haven't done if we've already made all of our point picks.
Okay.
So 3.5-point favorites for the Bengals. I mean, the defense is definitely a big worry for me.
I like this.
Jaguars sent Tank Bigsby over to the Eagles because I guess they really like this rookie running back, Bashan Tatel or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, and I guess Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence still have that connection from when they were both at Clemson, and Travis Etienne really went off. So I feel like they felt that they were ready to move on from Tank Bigsby, although they really didn't get much out of that trade. Howie Roseman doing it again.
But I'm honestly, Robbie, I'm leaning towards the Jaguars. I don't know why. I feel like Brian the defense for the Bengals to me is such a problem. Like they are just not good. The secondary is horrible. I mean, say what you want about Trevor Lawrence, he's not a fucking stud quarterback, but the guy when he plays great, he's fantastic, and he's got some star wide receivers throw the ball to now. I love Brian Thomas. I think he can chew this secondary up, and I'm going to take the Jaguars for an upset.
Wow. I'm going to give you the horn for that one. Zach, I'm going to go with the Bengals. Listen, I know their secondary isn't as impressive as it is, could possibly be. Actually, I can't say it could possibly be. Their secondary's ass. Their defense isn't that good. Yes, you're correct. But, they have so many playmakers on offense. And after what just happened last week with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase getting locked up by Cleveland, again, they're going to come out with freaking fire and passion. I'm going with the Bengals all day.
Well, you got to keep in mind, too, Joe Burrow plays like a full retard weeks 1 and 2 every year of his career for some reason. So maybe he'll be able to break that curse.
That's going to change.
Well, even though they won last week against the Browns, he still played fucking horrible. But it was enough to get the W. But we got 6 more games to go over here, Robert. First of the 4 o'clock games, we have the Panthers heading to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Cardinals sitting at a minus 6.5-point favorite. Not exactly a decisive win for them last week against the Saints, but it seems like Bryce Young is back to being Bryce Young when he first started playing in the league, just horrible. I'm going to have to go with the Cardinals in this one, Robert.
I think the absence of Adam Thielen is more important than ever. I told you, after we reviewed it, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough going, but I think he will eventually figure it out. I'm not going to give up on Bryce Young, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals too. Call of Duty still hasn't come out. Kyler Murray's locked in.
Yep. This next game here, Robbie, this spread is quite interesting because before the season started, I bet you this spread could have been like a minus 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
But the Broncos are heading to Indianapolis to play the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos only getting 1.5 points on the road as the favorites here. I mean, the Colts definitely looked fantastic last week. Is Daniel Jones going to be able to do that in back-to-back weeks? I'm going to say probably not, especially not against that Broncos defense. I will take the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't buy into Daniel Jones still. I'm going Denver.
Oh, this next one here, Robbie, is a fucking howitzer. 425.
Oh,
A rematch of the latest Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game will be held in Kansas City. Eagles are the favorite on the road at minus 1.5 points. I think the Eagles... honestly, Robbie, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are just an average, somewhat decent football team this year.
I disagree, dude. You got to remember, Junior Worthy got hurt. They have no Rashee Rice for the first 6 games. I disagree.
But that's one of the reasons why I think they're going to drop down a little bit. There's so much drama surrounding that fucking team.
I know. So
And
they're going to trade
Travis
for Tyreek.
Kelce, now he has a wedding to plan. He's probably got his mind elsewhere.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
His dick's probably on fire from all the teethy blowjobs. But I'm gonna take the Eagles, Robbie.
Do you think it's like scrape marks are all over it?
You know what? I'm picturing like a beaver when he's building a dam, and he's got to shave down those wood blocks, get him into the nice circular shape. That's what I'm picturing.
Oh my god, dude, you're nuts. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna go with the Eagles because there's no Xavier Worthy and there's no Rashee Rice, and hopefully Travis Kelce gets some good head that night.
Well, hopefully he just doesn't bleed from his head that night. I think that's what we can just hope for here.
What if that's a fetish, Rick? What if the bodacious skin was doing the same thing?
There's no way that girl could suck chrome off of a fucking rim. Robbie, Monday or Sunday Night Football features the Atlanta Falcons heading to Minnesota to play J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. Vikings are getting 3.5 points at home as the favorite.
Yeah,
I mean,
favored. Thank you.
J.J. McCarthy, Robbie, for 3 quarters last week looked like the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And then for 1 quarter looked like one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. So it's like, what
Is this going to be
version of this guy are we going to get?
Is this our future Tim Tebow?
J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, fourth quarter comebacks.
I mean, I feel like that's like a chirp, though, to call him future Tim Tebow.
No, because Tim Tebow I don't think got a fair shot, dude. Tim Tebow would have still went back to Denver for the second year. Peyton Manning didn't get released by Indy.
Yeah, that's a man of God right there.
That is. So, with that, Zachary, Drake London and Darnell Mooney were both on the injury report. They are now off. They are healthy. They are going to play on the road in Minnesota. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with the Vikings at home. 2 young quarterbacks, JJ and Michael Penis Jr., but I think that JJ McCarthy will beat Mr. Penis.
I'm going to disagree with you, Robbie. I like the Falcons as the hungry dog in this game here.
Why so?
They were, I mean, realistically, they should have beat the Bucs last week. Baker just had that a miraculous fucking drive at the end. They got arguably a top 2, top 3 running back on their team. They're loaded in the receiving core. I mean, to me, this is a team that they're maybe a few pieces away from being like a solid contender to compete in this fucking for a Super Bowl.
See, but I'm going to counter that because you're talking about have the number 2, number 3 running back in football, but the Vikings have the number 1 wide receiver in football. Double J is better than Jordan.
But if you look at like the overall depth of the receivers, like the Falcons are probably deeper at the receiving position. Obviously, they don't have the absolute superstar like Jefferson on their team.
Drake London's trying to get to that category,
and he's unreal. Like he's a
still
great receiver.
Adam Thielen still got it. T.J. Hawkinson is better than Kyle Pitts, and I think the Vikings' defense is better than Atlanta's defense.
I don't know. Someone's telling me Falcons.
And the Vikings have the way better coach. Way better coach.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Stick to your guns. You're a Falcon. I'm a Viking. Skull.
Caw-caw. All right, Robbie, moving on to Monday Night Footballs. I will say Monday Night Footballs because we have a double-decker, double dosage of Monday Night Football this week. Starting at 7 p.m., we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Houston to play the Texans. The Texans looked like shit last week. The Buccaneers looked pretty good, but the Texans are the favorite in this game, Robbie, at 2.5 points. I really wish I would have seen this game before I made all my point picks because I think I would be hammering the Buccaneers right now.
Well, why don't you go ahead and change it? Change something.
Nope, we're not. We said last week we had one change. We've done our changes. That's it. We're not doing no more.
I thought we were doing one change a week.
No.
Oh, so we use our one change in week 1, both of us?
Well, how about this? We one change per 3 weeks, so we can use another change in the 4th week.
Well, you can't use it. Here, used in week 1.
That's what I'm saying. So we have one change every 3 weeks. So now, if we use it week 1, we can't use it week 2, 3, I guess, and 4, and then we can use it in week 5.
Okay, that's
you know what?
fine.
That's
I think you're ahead of me in the points.
Why don't we just say no changing?
Okay, no changing. I think you're ahead of me in the points too because the Dolphins are my 3-point play. That was retarded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, on paper, that looked like a fantastic decision. Who the hell knew that the Colts were going to come out like that?
The Dolphins. I mean, the crazy thing too is Achane was averaging 7 yards a carry, where Tua couldn't complete nothing. You should have paid Achane the whole time.
The guy got fucking like 6 rushes. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think it was.
I got the Bucs
9. Yeah, I got Tampa too. I don't right now. I'm really starting to question CJ Stroud. It is not looking good. And if it isn't a CJ Stroud problem, then you need to fire your head coach and bring in a new coach to get this guy's confidence back.
Yeah, something's got it. Because, I mean, the guy looked so electric his first year. I mean, had the classic sophomore slump last year, but it looks like it's fully continuing into year 3 for him. So we both got the Bucs there, Robbie. Ending off week 2 of NFL football at 10 p.m. Monday night, we have
I won't be watching
Harbaugh and the Chargers heading to Las Vegas to play the Raiders.
I won't be watching a
Chargers.
single snap.
No,
chance.
God, no. Chargers are a minus 3.5-point favorite on the road. I love the Chargers this year, Robbie. I absolutely love them.
I think. Well, with the injury to Brock Bowers,
Yeah.
even if Brock Bowers does play, he's going to feel like more like a decoy than an actual player. So in that case, I'm going Chargers all the way. Charge.
I'm going to join you on that one as well, Robbie. I am going to take the Chargers as well.
All right, folks. Well, that's our football. There is one notable college football game we went over on Monday, but in case you missed it, I just want to make sure I give you guys the big college football game this weekend, which will be an SEC matchup. This is probably the best game of the weekend. I mean, you also have Notre Dame and Texas A&M, but I don't think this stands out nearly as much as, where is it?
Georgia
There
versus
it is.
Tennessee. Right? Yeah.
Georgia and Tennessee at 3:30.
Oh, it's going to be a fucking doozy of a battle.
Doozy. And Texas A&M will be going on the road to take on Notre Dame.
And my Ohio State Buckeyes play Ohio. Little interstate matchup here.
It's crazy. What do you think the spread is for that?
I looked at it earlier today. I think it was like 33.5.
Well, on ESPN, it says 29.5, but you guys are in the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Let me go here to 28.5, which I thought would have been a lot. I thought it would have been a lot higher than that, dude.
I mean, it's a fucking pretty high. I guess after winning 70-0 last year. Oh, Bob
Yeah.
actually does make a pretty good point. There's also number 5 Miami and the surprising team of the year so far. Number
But I don't know
14,
if
South Florida.
I know, but I'm just talking the game of the week. The game of the week isn't going to be Miami, South Florida. The game of the week isn't going to be Texas A&M and Notre Dame projected wise. The game of the week is going to be Tennessee and Georgia. That's the game that I have marked on my calendar, not the other two. That's just my preference.
I think you can put Miami and South Florida right up there too. There's a lot of hype behind South Florida. Miami's one of the best teams in the nation.
Listen, if South Florida beats Miami, I will drink Busch Light on the next show, and I hate Busch Light.
Well, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Field goal.
No, the U.
Who do they got this weekend?
You freaking moron. We're talking about them. They have South Florida, you idiot.
Oh, I thought it was a UConn thing there. Forgot that's what they call Miami. I mean, you could see how that could be a little bit confusing. You know, you could see.
No, not at all. Because that's been going on before I was born. They were going like this.
Well, now that
No,
you
you're
mention
stoned.
it, I do remember that. But
How
like
stoned are
Robbie
you?
said here, folks, we got a full slate of Saturday college football, full slate of Sunday NFL football. So go get you a case of beer, maybe some chicken wings or something, and just enjoy yourself this weekend. Just enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. All right, let's get into our next sport.
Slap shot. Okay, folks, it's hockey time, and it's going to be a quick segment, only a few things to go over. Starting with, I believe it happened today or possibly yesterday, but Marc-Andre Fleury, Robbie, returning to Pittsburgh, signs a PTO, will suit up for one preseason game, and then I assume will probably retire as a Pittsburgh Penguin. Rightfully so. 3-time Stanley Cup winner with them. I mean, was like a heart and soul guy for the Penguins through all their years of dominance. And it's as a I guess I'll say I'm a Penguins fan. It's more Leafs, but I do love the Crosby and the Pens as well. I'm happy to see Fleury coming back to retire as a Pittsburgh Penguin. I mean, it had to happen. He's definitely getting up there a little bit, but I only have very fond memories of Marc-Andre Fleury. So happy to have him retire as a Pen.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Now, Robbie, some bad news if you are a fan of the Minnesota Wild. Star forward Kirill Kaprizov, Robert, was offered a 8-year deal with an annual average at $16 million NHL record for a grand total of $128 million over those 8 years. And he said no. He turned down that extension, turned down the biggest contract in NHL history. So that really there tells me that he does not want to sign a long-term deal in Minnesota. He doesn't see a future there. So I would keep your eyes peeled for one of the biggest trades in NHL history if this guy doesn't want to re-sign with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he's on his way out the door. Obviously, he has no interest.
Could you imagine getting offered the biggest contract in league history and just going, no, thank you?
No, I can't. But then again, too, I mean, obviously, I think that would happen with Connor McDavid. And right now, he's kind of on the fence on what he wants to do.
I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty Connor McDavid, maybe not before the season starts, but he will sign an extension with Edmonton. But it won't be an 8-year deal. It won't be a 5-year deal. It'll be a 2, maybe 3-year deal.
All right. Well, we're going to lock that in.
Lock it in, baby. And like I told you, folks, it was going to be quick. There's the segment of NHL hockey on the Sports Cave.
All right. Our one last topic of discussion.
Before we start baseball, Robbie, that just reminded me a big congratulations to my softball team. First round of the playoffs, we finished last place in the season, facing the number 1 seed, and we put belt to ass on them last night.
Like my Monday team, the High Life, I think we faced the number 1 team and we put belts to ass and knocked them out. And we finished in second place. So does that mean you're playing on Thursday?
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is I have 2 games on Thursday, and if we win 1 out of the 2, we advance, which would mean I would play the next Thursday as well.
Well, folks, I guess we're probably doing a show next Friday.
It's looking like it. It's looking like
Okay.
it.
Well, I guess we're doing next Friday, so we'll give you a Thursday prediction on Monday. Zach's softball team is going ham. Hard as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, we very well could lose next week, too. We very well could, and we would be eliminated, so...
You guys
we
got
have to
this
lose
far.
2.
You went. How did you produce yesterday? Could you give us some insight?
The bat was okay. I had a couple singles, couple pop flies, but first base, I was like a fucking prime Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
Ew, you could have done better.
Oh, I was unreal. They were
How about
fat.
you?
They had a lot of speed on their team. I probably did the full splits. I'd say 7 times last night.
Oh, that's gay.
You got to stretch out to get those outs.
Yeah, I've done a few full splits for Slippers softball. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But Brett, let's get into some baseball, and then let's send these folks on their way for a lovely Friday night.
Let's start with you. Your Toronto Blue Jays took 2 out of 3, or did you sweep the Houston Astros? You took 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
And Kevin Gossman had a complete game
best
shutout.
he's ever had in a Blue Jay uniform. Full, complete 9-inning shutout, 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, 0 runs, just fantastic.
And
And
if
we
I
got was going to say,
Go
we
ahead,
got a little
finish
bit of
off.
help too from Detroit, Robbie, because I didn't see the score of the 3rd game, but I did see
You
that the
straight-
Tigers outscored you guys in game 1 and 2, 23-3.
That's fine. We took care of them in game 3. President Trump went to the game and he said, "You guys know that I've never seen you guys lose watching you play at the games. It's true, Randy. I believe I'm correct. Yes, I've never lost. You guys have never lost when I've attended these games.
I love all the players. I love even the colored ones. I love all the players.
Always loved it here. It's a great place. It's grand. Nothing better than baseball here at the Bronx. It's true. It's very true. It's grand."
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
he should,
man.
whenever he's not the president anymore, he should start a podcast and just go off.
it'd be electric, dude. It would be electric. No, we lost 2 out of 3 to the Detroit Tigers in one game. We had them tied up at 2, to which then they brought in Mark Leiter, and he gave up, I think, 7 or 8 runs in 1 inning because the Yankees kind of just were like, well, you're really fucking it up here, so I guess you're going to have to try to get us out of it, which obviously he couldn't. But there was some news that came along. I had the video, but I was trying to find the Trump thing, and I'm not going to go back and try to look for it, so I'm going to go back to what I originally had. There was some news on Anthony Volpe. So Anthony Volpe's been struggling for most of the season, Zachary. There's no questions about it. Here's Aaron Boone explaining it. I want you to hear this because this goes back to May, and it really pisses me off.
There was a report in the Post that Anthony Volpe had a cortisone shot yesterday. Did that in fact happen?
It did. So I'll kind of walk the timeline. I know Brian asked a question the other day. I did not know about Sunday where he kind of re-aggravated it on a dive. So like my decision to not have him in the lineup the other day had nothing to do with that. This kind of information came later. So the timeline of it is obviously he had the incident in May where, he dove and hurt his shoulder a little bit, but felt it. At that time we MRI'd it. He had a partial labrum tear that I think they felt like was an old injury. And really it was more just aggravating it and kind of probably more the swelling of it. So, once that got out of there, he was good to go. He's aggravated it maybe a couple times, Sunday being one of them. And each time it's kind of added to some, I think it's just a swelling issue. So he said something the other day about it. We MRI'd it. Shows a little bit more of a labrum tear, but nothing that we think is going to land him on the IL or nothing that he can't continue to play through. He already feels better today. I don't expect it to be an issue, but that being said, like if he goes out there and aggravates it again, we may have to, look at it more. We'll MRI it again regardless at the end of the season.
Great.
But right now it looks like he should be good to go in the next couple days.
So instead of just saying Volpe, who's struggling, he's playing the worst defense he's played since he's been up here. He can't hit. And I've had his back because I've been saying all along, Zach, there's something wrong. We find out on 9/11, 4 months after the aggravation happened, that he has a partially torn labrum. It's something he's been with for a long time. No. That's not true because this would have been brought up a long time ago. This is something that happened in May. I don't want to hear that this happened when he was in high school.
Yeah, it's an old injury.
They would know. They're full of crap. They're lying. They're lying through their teeth. Aaron Boone, Brian Cashman, whoever, they're lying. And poor Anthony Volpe has been getting so much heat from Yankee fans, and I've had his back because I knew that there was something wrong. He was off to a solid start of the season, and I remember watching that happen and like, ooh, great, now we lost Volpe. I guess we have to go with Peraza at short. It's going to kind of suck because we already lost Oswaldo Cabrera. We lost him for the season. We didn't have a good backup third baseman. It was back and forth between Jazz and I think they tried DJ LeMahieu or didn't try DJ LeMahieu because he can't play third. Regardless of the situation, what the New York Yankees are doing to Anthony Volpe, the best way I could compare it to, Zachary, I'm sorry, was what the Browns did to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I guess, putting a young stud through all that fucking... And you got to think about how that's going to fuck his mental game up, too. Like, if you're not performing, like, injury or not injured, it's still you're going to think about it. You're going to be, when you're going to sleep at night, you're going to go, fuck, 0 for 4 today.
Yes.
Like, I got an error because I have... what is a labrum, by the way? Is that a shoulder?
Shoulder.
Yeah, I feel like a shoulder's pretty fucking necessary in baseball.
Yeah, and it's on his non-throwing shoulder. However, like you feel the motions. You feel it when you go through your motions, dude. Even when you're throwing, you feel it. So like
100%.
I'm so like PO'd at what they've done to make Anthony Volpe look like a villain, and because Yankee fans are ruthless. They're morons. They're complete idiots. The ones that aren't actual Yankee fans are complete idiots. They find a way to find someone to hate every year, and it really does annoy me. And this year was Anthony Volpe, and for no reason. So the guy that they trade for from Tampa, Jose Caballero, by the way, Zachary, his numbers aren't anything impressive, but the one thing that does stand out, Zach, is he leads the league in baseball with, I think, 44 stolen bases.
So he's got some speed on him.
And Volpe has 45, excuse me. He's batting .232 on the year, and he's stolen 45 bases in 114 games played. He struck out 89 times. Where Volpe literally people are throwing the metrics out there. Oh, the throwing speed's the same. Oh, the bat swing miles per hour is the same. That doesn't matter. It's a nagging injury.
Exactly. You feel it every time you fucking move out there. And to what Boone said there about they're going to give him an MRI at the end of the season just to check. Let me save you guys some time. It's still going to be torn at the end of the season. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like that one's pretty obvious.
The way they handle things is just so ass hat backwards, and it's so goddamn annoying. And listening to Aaron Boone talk really just like his voice just pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big John Schneider fan myself for the Jays, but I would take Schneider a million times before fucking Aaron Boone. That guy is an absolute meathead.
Yeah. So with that said, are you on board still with firing John Schneider and Ross Atkins, or are you on board keeping them?
Well, I mean, after what they've done this year, I think you can't fire them.
No. So you like them?
They still they're too analytic-y for me. At least Schneider is. He reads too much into this guy's had this certain amount of pitches. It's this inning. He's on the trajectory now to start underperforming. So let's pull him out of the game. It's like you gotta what he did with Gosman. Let the guy the guy's on fire. Keep him out there and let him pitch. Our relievers are fucking terrible. They're terrible. But I mean, other than that, the guy has basically turned water to wine this year. If you look at our team on paper, I don't think anyone had too many expectations.
No.
And now we're on the verge of possibly being the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I had the Yankees and the Red Sox battling.
Yeah.
People did. Give Toronto credit. They've done what they needed to do. Good for you guys.
And Bo Bichette went down with an injury, a 10-day IL.
That hurts.
So
that
stings,
hurts.
But I feel like it's also I think we might have to get used to this, Rob, because I don't know. I don't think Bo's going to be back with us next year.
Well, you have Baltimore for the next 3 games, and Baltimore's been pretty good since they fired Brandon Hyde. You have Tampa Bay 4-game slate. That's always tough in their division games. On the road against Kansas City, who's fighting for a wild card slot. Home against the Red Sox and home against Tampa. So not necessarily easy games for your Blue Jays the rest of the way.
No. You know what though? This is the time going to the playoffs. This is crunch time, Robbie. This is crunch time.
It is. And then on the Yankee side, so we start our 3-game series against Boston, who's had our number. And then we go on the road to Minnesota, we've always had their number. Then we go on the road for a 4-game slate against Baltimore, which, again, is going to be a tough matchup. Then they're home against Chicago White Sox, and then they have Baltimore at home again. So the Yankees, they got a little bit of a challenge as well. And then let's go to the Red Sox schedule, because the difference right now is for us 3.5 for the Red Sox to first place against your Toronto Blue Jays. So the Red Sox have us for the next 3 games. And the thing that really killed the Red Sox, Zach, was I think they lost the series to Pittsburgh. That's what really hurt them.
Yeah, I think they might have got swept, Robert.
No, they won 1 game. They lost 2 out of 3. They lost 2 out of 3 against Arizona.
I was thinking of the Dodgers.
You were. So they got us. Then they're home against the A's, so that's advantage Red Sox. Then they're at the road for Tampa, at you guys, home against Detroit. So the Red Sox, after us, have 3 games against the A's, who they just played on the road and took 2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's I'd say out of us, Yankees and Red Sox, they probably have the most favorable finish of the schedule.
Yeah, and then on Sunday Night Baseball, it'll be Garrett Crochet versus Will Warren. Mark that up as a W for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Crochet is pretty nasty.
Disgusting. Well, buddy, we made it through a quick hour of the show. So for those that tune in, thank you. We will be back on Monday, and then apparently we'll be back next Friday as Zach and his softball team continue.
Yeah.
Was that an echo or no?
No. God, no.
This was not. No.
This is an echo. I hear it as they continue their path to win the softball championship of what region?
The Extreme Slow Pitch Brampton Softball League.
Brampton Softball League.
Okay, I'm good. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. Zachary, take us on out because I know you're not feeling too good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a very rare Friday edition of the Sports Cave. Gear up for a full weekend of football, and we will see you guys on Monday. And stay sexy, Sports Cave. And fuck you, Bob.